God's here with you guys this morning, Lord Jesus. I got a smile on my face for a change from all of that congestion in my chest and tightness, and I'm not going to get a little break from my face, so I felt a little bit just okay. Thank God. So the final ending was so good, so I can't wait to talk to you guys about it and everything. And so we're just getting up the road, getting started. My throat is a little dry. I need to sip on. This is my alkaline water from Kroger's. I'm surprised it didn't freeze. It's like 34 degrees, but it's not frozen. The last one I left in the car, it was frozen solid. So if it drops down below 30, oh, this will freeze up. Oh my God, that's so much better. So much better. Oh, it's so good. Okay, oh, I hate the back roads, but okay. So last night's episode of Tanchana T, man, I don't think like the first two episodes was them two still fighting and trying to reconcile their differences and everything. And man, when I tell you Chana T was pissed about that kiss, oh my God, that kiss train wrecked his nerves. But I think like for me, the revelation was that Tahan had to really admit that he too had fallen in love with Chana T since they were little kids. So they were like in love with each other. They just never said anything. They just were very close friends, but they were actually, very much bonded, from their relationship as children. And so I think when he finally explained that anchor on his chest and what it meant to him, because I didn't realize that Chana T's name meant ocean or sea or whatever, and that the anchor was like what anchors them together is their bond or whatever. I was like, well, fizz. Now, if he stays mad at him after that, then hell, going back to that girl, going back to the one that cheated on you in the beginning. But he broke down and tears came out. It's like joyful tears came out of his eyes and everything. And I was so happy that they finally got back together, because that girl almost train wrecked the hell out of that relationship. Because Chana T was not having it. He's like, how dare you kiss your ex-girlfriend of all people next? I hate her. Like, he hates that damn girl. And so her last ditch effort was to go to the family and show pictures of them together. And the father fucking lost it. Like, he went crazy. I was like, oh, this is gonna be some shit now. But, they're grown. They're in college. So it's like, the dad was ranting and raving to Han, like, you know how much I want a baby, and how much, I have to have an heir to my family, and how dare you, how dare you, start dating your best friend or whatever. How dare you start dating guys when you've been dating girls all this time? And so his damn sister blurted out, well, his friends are gay, Dad, and they're a couple. And the dad was like, what? And the home was like, shut up, you're making it worse. Like, shut the hell up. Why did you tell him that? So they went, like, the dad was like, that's it. You're moving out of that damn house with all these people. That's why you're like that, because you're living in that house with them. Girl, I was like on the floor. So the whole family goes to his apartment where his roommates were. And the two boys are like doing sit-ups and kisses and shit. The girl just sitting there like enjoying enjoying their company of her friends. And they walk in on them and they're just sit-ups and kisses on the couch. And then the girl was like, those people. And they look over and the dad is just sitting there like with this crazy look in his eyes, like, what in the hell are y'all doing? And then he just tears into them. Oh my God. He tore into them so bad, and he was so angry with them. Like, he was just like going on and on about, you know, they're influencing his son to be gay and all this kind of stuff, and he's got to move out, and they're like, good Lord, like that, like they didn't know what, like they were all in shock. And then the roommate, the girl, she's like, well, they stopped me from being a prostitute. He goes, you're a prostitute? She goes, no, I'm still a virgin. And it was just so funny. I started cracking up laughing. And then he was like, that's it. And by the time he got through with the roommates, Chandler T and his mom had showed up, and the mother was defending them, like she's tore into that man like it wasn't nothing. She got onto his nerves so bad, he literally started having a damn mild heart attack. She started talking about his erectile dysfunctions and all that. And he literally had a heart attack. And so they had to get him to the hospital. The mother was like, Chandler T's mom was crying and, begging for forgiveness to, the wife of her husband, Tan's mom. And she was just crying, like, I didn't know he had a heart condition. I would have never said those things, She goes, I just want the boys to be together. Then the two mothers get together, and all this time, the mother of Tahan said, well, we knew he was gay. We just tried to, we didn't want to believe it because we saw how close they were as kids. And we knew that Tahan was gay. We just wanted him to have a baby, wanted him to be straight. But we know from when he was a little kid that he liked boys. It was like, well, what the hell? Why is the dad going ape shit now if they knew all along? Like, it seemed like there was so many secrets, hidden little chambers of secrecy of who's straight and who's gay, all the way back then, that hell, this shouldn't even be a story. Like, really? But it is realistic. That's how people behave. And so it was interesting how all it unfolded. And then the mothers got together and they were like, well, all he wants is a baby. And they were like, well, all he wants is a baby, then I think it was Chandler T's mom was like, what about surrogacy? Like, can't they have somebody just carry a baby for them? Just that's all you want? Because he's gay, then why don't you just have a surrogate have a baby for them, and that way they can be together? Because the dad was like, his son's not gay, like his son's not straight, so why force him to be straight just to have a baby? Like, there's ways around it. So it ended up that the roommate, the girl, ends up having carrying the baby, the one that was a virgin or whatever. And then Chandler T and Tahan, they were on the beach and kind of like, planning their life together and just reminiscing and everything. It was really cute. And then they finally kissed, and they kind of went through all of the backstory of, their love for each other and all of that. Let me see if I can get over it. Oh, I can. And there was a garbage man running on a Saturday. I didn't know they ran on Saturdays, but I guess they do. And what else? Just trying to think. Oh yeah, and that was at the end. Like that, it ended with them being able to stay together and everything. I was so happy. They were really cute BL couple, I think, as far as aesthetics together and their personality, chemistry, and everything. And I really enjoyed the storyline. It was really cute, and the side characters, their friends and stuff, were really enjoyable because of all their facial expressions, because they were hiding their relationship the whole time. I mean, it was just crazy, but it made a cute story. It was very lollipop, bubblegum. I would just give it like a middle school, crush type of rating. Like, it's very lighthearted and cute, very well done. And I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but I would watch it again. I think I would watch it again, like on a rainy day or something. Some of the other BLs, some of them have heavier subject lines and heavier storylines. I don't. I enjoyed them for what they were. They were very dramatic, but they were so heart-wrenching that I couldn't watch that again because it just would open up a whole lot of emotional things inside of me. And do you know Gunn Atop? I don't know if you guys remember him, Gunn. They did one called Theory of Love, and Theory of Love was very much one of those very heart-wrenching storylines of infidelity and cheating and secrecy and unrequited love and all that stuff tied in, but it was all very sad. But they ended up getting together in the end, but their relationship was so rocky road. I was just like, I can't watch this. This is too much. Because it was just so sad, you know, and all the fighting and backbiting and all the, ugh. But it was definitely worth it. It was a lot of crying, lots of tears, and sad. I watched it for what it was, and I was like, I think there's going to be another one, like a Theory of Love too. And I'm like, you know, I got through the first Theory of Love, and I was like, I barely got through the other one. I don't know if I'll get through this next one. The same thing with Thorn Type. It was so intense that I watched the first season. The second season was going to be more the same, less of the cheating and going on. And I was like, well, I won't be watching the second one because I just can't handle all of that, you know, emotional investment in liking the characters. And then they do a season 2 and they pick up where they left off with the same crazy. Like, it just, you know, some people like that and they don't mind because that's their favorite BL couple or whatever. But to me, I'm like, sit here, I'm not fixing to sit here and cry, you know, all through next year and everything else. They can fix this damn light. This light is still busted. What the hell's going on? Okay, let me get through this light real quick. Is there any cars coming? I don't see. Oh, thank God. Anyway, and so, yeah, Thorn Type, I didn't watch the second season of it. I watched the first episode, and I got a nice little inkling of what it was going to be about. And I said, I really don't want to see this again. Like, I liked them too much from the first season, but I didn't like, you know, Type's very snide character. The way they developed his character was very kind of harsh, and I didn't like that. I did enjoy the chemistry between Thorn and Type, but I didn't enjoy the storyline so much because it was just too intense and a little bit too crazy. Like, it was just too serious and too much drama, and I was just like, oh, Lord. I do not feel like crying every time episode opened up. You know, it was, you know, just tears and tears and tears. There's a couple of BLs that are so dramatic and so intense. I watch them, I cry the whole time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm too emotionally invested in this. I need to back up from next season 2. They come back with a season 2, I ain't watching it, you know. And so that's kind of where I'm at with that. Maybe down the road, you know, if we get through all this COVID stuff and life gets back to normalcy, whatever that is for y'all and myself, then I'll probably go back and watch Thorn Type. But for now, I don't want to see it because it seemed like too much of the same old infidelity, cheating, and all the bullshit, like same stuff. And so, you know, script writers have to do a little bit better job of, you know, developing characters and developing storylines and evolving onto other things other than just, you know, just reverting back to the same old stick. In Love by Chance, I absolutely was so emotionally invested in that. Season 2, I'm sorry, but I was very disappointed when the main 2 characters didn't come back, and for whatever reason. And everybody's got their theory of why, you know, the one actor didn't come back from the main characters. He said he was working. That's from his own lips, but okay, so you're a breakout star with this goddamn series, excuse me, my language, but then all of a sudden you're not available, like you're blowed up all over the planet for this Love by Chance, and you're bigger than life, and you've moved on to other things. Because he did another BL, I forget the name of it, and I watched it, and he was good in it. Like, it was really good. So whatever he he does. He puts his, he puts his scent all over it, and he's a good actor. But from what I heard in the blogs, is you fighting with one of them damn movie producers who own the damn, pretty much run the whole production, and you told him goodbye, fool. Ain't nobody got time for you. You accusing me of prostitution and being slutty, and I'm sleeping with everybody and all. I saw it. It was all over the blogs. And I hadn't even finished the series, and I was like, what the hell is really going on? Because all that stuff would be tied to the actual series. So if you're watching the series, you would actually see the blog people stuff attached to, like, after you watch the first series, you would see the blogs attached of people commenting about what they suspected was going on between the actor and the producer. And it was a mouthful. And so when season 2 finally came back and I started watching it, it just didn't feel the same. The script writing felt off. The feel of it felt off. It just didn't have the same gusto as the first season. And I don't know if that's like normal in the BL world to, like, if you have a successful first season, to try to come back with a season 2. Sorry, I'm just pulling up here. You come back with a season 2, and the script writing is not so good. The main actor storyline has changed traversely to the point of one actor's just on stage kind of like making phone calls and singing songs and laying in bed, and I'm like, no, bitch, no, y'all got me messed up. Like, I can't. And I don't know, like, I haven't heard what the blogs think of Love by Chance season 2. People might love it. Like, they might think that, hey, that's okay. But is there going to be a season 3? And will that main actor come back? Will they be able to repair the storyline? Because season 1 was fierce. But season 2, oh no, honey. Y'all can keep all of that. I was not on board with the shenanigans. And so whatever happened between that actor and that producer, whatever the guy is, to that production, I believe what the blogs were saying, because there was the tweets were out there, their timestamps were on there. It was written in Thai, but you could clearly see their faces and their names in their tweets and everything. So the girl who was translating it spoke Thai fluently. Some of the other ones, they were using voiceovers because they didn't want people to know who they were, who were talking about all the, inside backbiting and everything. They kept saying that the actors weren't fighting with each other. It was just the producer and that one actor who fell out. And so whatever happened, I don't know if it was a Harvey Weinstein or one of those situations where, somebody want a little slice of somebody in the bedroom, and that actor was like, bitch, no. I'm not snacking you. I gave you a little snack to get this part, but I don't know. Like, child, something was not right. When season 2 of Love by Chance, child, I was just like, what the hell is this? Even with Lovesick, from season 1 to that season 2 of Lovesick, it was seamless. Make It Right all the way through, consistent, seamless. Bitch, you can't touch them two. Those are diamonds. In my book, I could watch those over and over and over again and never get bored. They were that good. And every time I watched them, I would notice something new about the soundtrack or the actor or the scenery or something. Like, it was, they're that good. And those actors did such a phenomenal job with those BL series. And like I said, I'm over a year into BLs, and Love by Chance, I just am shocked how season 2 turned out. I'm most disappointed. And I just don't know what people think. I would love to hear what everybody else thinks about it, because I'm just, actually confused, like what the fuck happened to the script writing and that one actor who was the main one in the storyline. That they had the academic, um, rich guy, rich boy, and then he had the jock who wasn't from money or anything, just regular normal life, and they fell in love with each other. And he was, actually supposed to be straight. He hadn't determined his sexuality or whatever, but they happened to fall in love with each other. Like it just worked out. And the roommates were all open minded and stuff, and had their little situations going on, and it was just a cute, very, I would say funny. It had drama coming, like a melodrama, I guess. It was funny and it was sad in places, but the whole season just kept you on your heels, like you couldn't wait for the next weekend to find out what's gonna happen. Like it was very consistent. And acting, the strength of the actors was very strong. The acting was very good in it. So, why would it change to season two? Like the whole personalities and everything of some of the side characters were just not there. Like I was like, did somebody pull a, you know, pull the original storyline, or they change the storyline? Like the characters are different. They come back with these new characters, these situations where there was like a little kind of like rape scene on one of the side characters in it, and it was like one brother was helping his friend get the jock of his brother, taking kind of little bribes and things, and he ended up sleeping with him when he was drunk, and it was just like, that's kind of like date rape. Like, what the fuck is this shit? Then they come back in season two with a pickup from that, and they end up kind of like slowly getting together, and I'm like, mm-mm. The way it was, like he was still sour to the guy, even though he enjoyed the drunk sex or whatever. Like it was like, okay, you enjoyed the drunk date rape sex or whatever. And then, y'all got me. Like that story for season two of that. Then they slowly made them like where they were kind of getting together, but it wasn't like it didn't even have a happy feel to it. It was still kind of like a strained relationship. And I'm like, who writes this crazy shit? Like it doesn't seem realistic. It seemed kind of like bittersweet. Like I like you, but I don't, I'm not really feeling you like that. And it's like, okay, you saying you feel him, but then again, you're acting like very standoffish still, and still acting very weird and uncomfortable with, for whatever reason. I'm like, well, hell, if somebody raped me, hell, I'd be acting way 10 times worse than that. Even if it was my childhood's friend and he's younger or whatever, it's still, drunk sex. Like I can't. I cannot with this. I cannot with that storyline. Like I don't know. Like even with season one, it bothered me. I was just like, you know what? Maybe this is just some customary thing over here in this country. Like somebody needs to explain, because I don't get it. You know. I don't. And so that's my whole thing on the BL series. Like it there's a whole lot of new ones coming out this year. I'm kind of banking on you know, A Tale of a Thousand Stars. And then I saw another one with one of the main actors from Make It Right. He's coming back with a new BL with a new person. I don't know if his acting partner is in it or not, because that boy looks even younger than he did in Make It Right. I'm like, what the hell did he do? If y'all got a Fountain of Youth over there in Thailand, could y'all, airship me some of that, water serum or whatever it is y'all doing? Cause homeboy should be looking a little bit older. He looks younger. I was like, damn, I almost didn't recognize him until I kind of saw his mouth, and I was like, damn, is that same boy? Damn, he looks younger than he did on Make It Right. What is going on? I didn't see his BL acting partner, the one that was in Make It Right with him. So I don't know if that guy's going to be in that particular BL that I saw. But I think it's supposed to come out like at the end of January. There's a bunch of them coming out. I can't keep up with all these damn BLs. Some of them look kind of bubblegumish. I know who your boyfriend, my boyfriend, this boyfriend, or I don't know, some bubblegum shit. And I was just like, wow. Hi, Raven. I'm getting ready for work, girl. I'm in the parking lot finishing up my BL chat, and I just got to brush my hair. It's going to be foundation day and just hairbrush because I just can't. And that's my little thing. It says, you're a boss. I'm a lady boss. Yes. It's 30 something degrees here. It is freezing cold, and I had to get the animals all situated. I started to like build a fire, but it got a little windy, so I decided not to. And then I didn't want to go to work smelling like, wood smoke or whatever, but I just got to get through this day, child. This is a mess. I saw where you left me a message, and unfortunately, whenever those video messages, it takes a whole day for them to load up, so I haven't gotten those messages yet. But I wanted to talk to you about a video I sent you because I just thought, my God, like, I don't want to say we're in cancel culture, but it's so easy for people like us to get canceled. Why can't you cancel a person who claims that they're an ally, but they're not really an ally, when they can speak such harsh things to other straight people in referring to trans people as, penises and, referring to their body parts, things that shouldn't be said by anybody who considers themselves a friend or an ally to somebody, knowing what the challenges are for a lot of different types of girls, because we are such a diverse group. And it just rubbed me really the wrong way with her, because I hate to say it, but that's one of the girls who I used to see on the T.S. Madison show back when they was doing Supreme Court, and how she would sit there and pretend like she was such an ally. And then, that when you're friends with somebody, you excuse their bad behavior, like say between like me and you are girlfriends, and I say something that's inappropriate between me and you, that's one thing between us. But when you're out publicly saying this shit out in the open and hurting people, and knowing that people are still struggling with these kind of issues and stuff, then it's a problem. And so I kind of saw a thumbs up of support from those individuals who interact with her, but I'm like, why give her a pass? Why should she get a pass when nobody else gets a pass on, the small shit? This is huge. You have this girl has such a big following of people in a black space of all places. She knows better. Like, you just know better than to be saying dumb shit like that. And I really believe she was drunk. She looked like she was intoxicated or high, or in a combination of both. And when she said what she said, I think that her true feelings were coming out, her true thoughts in her head, because they said when you're drunk, you speak the truth about things. And so that's what's my feeling about that whole situation. And I just was like, this is really sad. And this is why people feel that it's okay to go out here and do what they do and behave the way they behave and get away with it a lot of times, because you have people who know better out here setting an example. You don't know what children are following you, are seeing this and feel that, hey, okay, well, they do this on the Jerry Springer show, so I can do it too, And it's like, well, why now with the crocodile tears and the fake shenanigans when you did it for ratings anyway? You did it for ratings. You did it out of being spiteful and mean, and people saw you. They really saw the real you. So just be yourself. Like, if that's the way you really feel about, trans girls, that all they are reduced down to is body parts and penises and shit, then just say that. Like, why be fake about it? If that's the way you really feel, because some of them feel that way about it. If the trans girl feels it's okay to demean other trans girls, then why hide it. You know what I'm saying? If you're a heterosexual person and you want to demean people and reduce them down to body parts, because that's the norm still in black spaces. I can't speak for other spaces and, you know, all those other LGBT, safe spaces or whatever, because I don't really see a whole lot of black people over there. I see a handful, but that don't represent all of us. So I can only speak on the spaces that, I tread in. I'm black, so I have to speak on my blackness. You know what I mean? And so I really believe that girl was drunk and high, and she said that out of spite, and she said it and she meant it. The girl she said it to wasn't even a trans girl. So, you know, it is what she was saying it to be mean, and she meant what she said. Now she wants to come back and try to flip the story. It's like, bitch, it's too late. Damn. Just be yourself, and that's that way you feel, and let people know. And I'm pretty sure the people who like you and okay with it, like Madison and all the rest of them, if they still want to be friends with her and gloss it over, that's their choice. That's their business. Like, just be honest. Like, just be yourself. It doesn't make me hate you or anything. It just, I know when I'm, treading around people and people like you, I need to exit stage left and stay the hell away. Oh, you said she wasn't high? I'm making excuses for her then, I guess. I guess I'm making an excuse for her. But at the same time, regardless if she was high or not, she said what she said, and she half apologized. Now she got the crocodile tears with this other girl, and I'm done with people being like, you can't talk out of two sides of your mouth with me. There you go. That exactly. That's 100%. She did have it. She had like some little fake crocodile. Oh, it was. Girl, I can't. I can't. And so that's all I want to say about that is that, like you said, when people show you who they are, believe them. It's like the big bad wolf story, when you wolf or whatever, and then one day when a damn wolf shows up, and then you don't want to believe in it, but that is the damn wolf. Yeah, and that's what she wanted. That's all she wanted. That's why she did. She got to stay relevant. And anytime people want to stay relevant, that's heterosexual, they just got to hop on the gay topic. And it's gold. In this country, especially in black spaces, it's gold because it's easier to trash people and demean them and reduce their life down to nothing and to body parts and being a whore and a prostitute than allowing people to grow and become something great. It's like trying to grow, flowers, but you're planting tomatoes and cucumbers and expecting big blossom flowers, but you're getting fruit. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Okay. This conversation was brought to you by Far and Away, and it's by Avon. I gotta go, girl, because I'm already like 2 minutes late. So it was so nice talking to you. And bye, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please check out my sister, Raven_over here at YouTube. She's on Instagram and Facebook. Please, 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 follow, like, share, subscribe, donate, help us keep our channels going. We're trying to bring positivity to our lives and to our selves in 2021. I'm lighting candles on all you bitches. So you better leave me alone. Like, just, leave me in BL series land and karaoke land and all of the mermaid Disney stuff, and keep me out the rest of the mess, child, because I see y'all. I do see you. Trust and believe. And I love you regardless. I love you guys. So take care. Bye, raves. Now, how do I always have a hard time closing this thing? There we go.